Here. Happy everyone's here. Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here, guys. So here we are in our homes, and I was saying the other day, chop wood, make fire, boil water, attain enlightenment, wake up the next day, chop wood, make fire, boil water, attain enlightenment. And I really feel that so deeply here in our own homes, like if you're whatever you're doing before you get here, even making your bed or cleaning or washing dishes or whatever it is, probably a householder task because that's where we are right now. And then we get on our yoga mats and it's like, okay, I take the seat of the yogi here, one who has come to practice, whether or not it's about attaining enlightenment for you. It's all the same goal of being here is to just have this time to deeply connect within, move your body, feel, to breathe, and to call in for good health. Your health is your wealth. And I feel that mantra so deeply over these last few weeks as well. Just having the knowledge and the power as a yogi to even open your chest and to breathe deeply. And again, I'm going to say I, but it is a collective we, that I was completely unaware of my own breath until I got on the yoga mat, and not even until I started when I was, mid-20s, maybe 26, 27, 26 maybe, whatever it is, you're young and everything's like, wee, and you just whatever. And then it took me a good 10 years before I actually recognize what was being offered to me every time I went to class. At that time, I just loved being in the dark room and the nice, gentle talk, even though the teacher I had back then was not so gentle. But I just, appreciated that aspect. But now at 50, I'll be 51 in a couple weeks, that, the practice is so much more of everything, so important. So having this knowledge of how to, I need to open my chest and take a blanket roll, put it under your chest, lie down and breathe. That's huge. That's such a simple little thing that so many people have no awareness that they can insert something like that into their lives so simply. And to actually taking the time to learn this practice, because I look who's here, I know he's who you are, and most of us know each other, that's what this is. It's an investment in your health. Your health is your wealth. Without that, there's nothing. So welcome to class. And I chose a card right before you came in, and I feel, this is an important card. And this is Mama Gaia. And this is the world. And I love this imagery. When I first saw it, took me aback, and I stared at it for so long. What's happening here? And the snake is the symbol of transformation. Literally sheds its skin a couple times a year and is reborn from that, recreated, comes out with baby snake scales, no matter how old it is, and then sheds that skin. And I could take that to the yoga practice and say, it's the transformation that happens to you once you let yoga practice seep into your soul. And this connection to yourself is transformational. And just that so much greenery, the butterflies and the flowers, and those are, I mentioned in class the other day that those are the fairies of the earthly realm, the butterflies and the flowers, and the flowers are blooming. And this is a time of transformation for Mama Earth on a global scale that's never, ever happened before. So this card is very timely right now. And with this need also that we're all starting to feel, it's been a long time, and it's probably going to be longer. For sure, it will definitely be longer. And just getting a little squirrely and antsy, just as the squirrels and the rabbits outside are also feeding that energy to move at this time of year, just before the heat of the summer comes in. So we're going to just explore some movement today. And for practice, I did grab a couple of blocks. And so if you have those, you might use them or you might not. And other than that, I feel like we're all good. So I'm just going to take a nice sip of my tea as you settle in. And if you brought yourself a beverage, then just, doing what we do, integrating and closing your eyes. And just feel the power of love, the presence of your heart, the presence of, our yogis here together. And maybe you have your Zoom view on gallery view just to feel this kula and this sangha, this community as we come together. And then taking a drink as you feel ready and savoring that, enjoying that, experiencing that sensually on all the levels of your senses. And then you can set that aside and take your comfortable seat. Yes. Okay, great. So let's start like this we did last night. Just rubbing the hands together and letting the fingers slide in between each other. And in your space here, listening to the sounds created, dropping into your breath. Letting your jaw relax and release. And then using these hands as we use the stick of Palo Santo, just moving them up and down your body as if you can almost refresh and recreate around you. You might go all the way up to the crown of your head and go down one side and the other, creating this circling shape. Good. And then once you get to the top of your head, next time we're going to change this to an 8. So just creating this figure 8, this infinity sign around you and feeling how that kind of just works pretty perfect. And the intersection might even happen right at the heart. Good. And then as you come back down to the base of you next time, just stay there. And we'll come back to the number 1, just traveling straight up, crown of your head, and down in this linear shape of energy, drawing up and drawing down. Good. And then we'll take this to the circular shape of 0, or the letter O, the circle, which is, always open and never broken. And the symbol of, the world and the universe. Good. And then the next time you come to the crown of your head, coming back to this infinity sign of 8. And understanding, feeling here the power of the number 108. Right here. In one universe, open, never broken, the cycles of life. And this infinity sign that things will go on as they should in whatever way that is. And then letting this rest now in front of your heart, taking your hands that have been nicely activated and placing them over your heart, your belly, your eyes, wherever feels nice. And feeling the presence of all that you have just blessed yourself with. It's the masculine linear energy of up and down, and the feminine energy in the open circle, fertility and creativity. And then that infinity sign of 8, the figure 8, encircling what is, what will be, encircling, even simple as the upper and the lower chakras, the earth and the moon. I'm just thinking of all these images that come to mind, the snake eating its own tail in its efforts of transformation, regeneration. And inhale here, my friends, lengthen tall. And as you exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart as we join together all parts of ourselves, right here at the center point, bow your chin. And again, just feeling into where you are, this sacred space you've created in your own place. Amidst the life of a householder, we can offer ourselves these moments to regenerate, to transform, to recreate. I am. And inhaling, lengthen yourself nice and tall. Hold the breath at the top. Pause and take in more air, please. And then hold it there. Drop your shoulders, smile, lift up. Feel the linear energy drawing down from the sky towards your heart, lifting up. And then exhale that breath. You can even let your hands come apart a little bit as you exhale, as if you're creating this image of the circling, the oval, the O. And then inhale, bring your palms together, lengthen yourself tall, take it right to the top. Pause, soften, realign with this image of this linear shape of one. Inhale. Pause, realign, redefine, and last one, inhale. And then as you exhale, let your hands come apart, just opening out to encompass either side of you, and just feeling yourself in this circling energy. And then one more time, inhale, bring the hands together, lengthen. Exhale. Oh no, don't exhale. Take in more, sorry, inhale. Pause again, soften, realign. This holding your breath, take in more, is about empowering this opening in the inside, lengthening of your lungs. Take in more if you can. Realign, drop your shoulders, smile, be here. Know that this is good work for your lungs. Keep holding if you can and soften in. So that means I'm going to lean back a little bit, lift my heart, smile, and exhale. And then just breathe. And if you held your breath for that long, wow. Just feel that expanding, and some of you maybe went way longer. Good. And then from here, my friends, we'll open. We'll call ourselves home with the sacred mantra of Om 3 times. Inhale. 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 Bow your chin, release your jaw, your breath, and release your hands to your thighs, palms face down. Lift your chin and gently open your eyes. Okay, so I do want to start in seated, and I'm just going to let's take a downward dog in the middle, or if you want that to be a child's pose, just something to kind of move yourself. So we'll just take 5 breaths, and however you choose to be here, and then we'll meet again in seated, cross-legged. I'm just feeling into this body, moving, exploring, feeling your breath. And just coming back to your seated, cross-legged, sitting on something as you need to. Good. Nuzzling in, putting a blanket under your knees, under your feet. And just find your nice, comfortable posture. We're going to circle here. So we'll take the hands to the knees, or they might stay on the floor. Draw your belly back and tuck your chin. take your time. You know, if you're still getting seated, I'm going to go so slow right now. I'm going to close my eyes, tuck back. Good. And then inhale, lift yourself tall. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders back. Take your heart forward, lift your chin as if you're looking up at the sky. Good. And then feel your hands press into the thighs or the knees to lift you up. Once you get up in that linear shape, draw your belly back, tuck your chin. And we'll just do that one more time coming forward. Feel the shoulders lift you up here. And then you roll them back and down your back. Take the heart forward, lift your chin, and you can keep your eyes closed if you wish. And then from here, stay here and shift yourself over to your left or your right, whichever one. Circle back. And just really slowly do this circling really slow. So you can hear all the cracks and whatever's coming up for you here. Notice any place of discomfort. Notice how the head wants to move and the shoulders. So I'm just going slow. You go whatever pace feels good. I just really want to feel in to what is happening and what is my body asking for. And then I'm going to reverse this at some place. Start to circle in the opposite way. Just feeling in and noticing the shoulders. And last night's card I chose was cultivate playfulness. And even here, my friends, you know, how can you cultivate a sense of playfulness, curiosity? Good. Okay, I'm going to change direction again. And this time I might go a little faster and move a little bit more deeply. So for me, that's the shoulders are really going to come into this. The breath, super important. Yes, I'm going to add the hands. So they're going to stay on the thighs, but they're just going to start to turn. And it's just a little dance. You know, you kind of feel, oh, maybe they're going to make a full 360. So I move the back of the hand and the palm, maybe at the same time, whatever's happening. Just feeling into this, you know, this shape of the circle. This shape of the circle, always open and never broken. Reverse, circle the opposite way, add in whatever you like. This is just a healing way to move. You can maybe hear that cracking and just feel like you're offering yourself your own little chiropractic adjustment here on your mat. Good. That's it. Okay, and then I'm going to start to really slow it down. I'm going to go back, one circling in one direction, and then reverse and circle in the opposite direction. So we're not just going to stop. Good. And then we're just going to shift side to side. And just do that, whatever it is. Your hands might go on the floor. They might stay on your thighs. And feeling this shape here. Good. And then we'll come to center and we'll just walk it forward into a forward fold for, you know, breath or two here, as if you're offering this, like you let your head go, your eyes soft. I offer up my body to this practice, to being present, and to allowing my breath to be free. And then walking yourself back upright. And again, you can keep your eyes closed and just changing the cross of your legs, maybe taking a moment, stretching them, and then changing and adjust, you know, sitting this way isn't comfortable, make whatever adjustments you need. Yes, beautiful. And then we're just going to come back upright and we're going to do this same kind of motion, but it's going to be with the twist. So we'll start by taking the left hand behind and the right hand over, and you'll inhale. And as you exhale, slowly move your hands around to the opposite side. And you'll inhale, grow tall, and exhale, twist. You can even turn your head. And then stay here as you inhale. And it's the exhale that's going to release you. So it becomes a breath practice. So once you're here, inhale, lengthen. And you exhale and twist. Turn your head. Stay here as you inhale. And as you exhale, release it. Feel the full flow of your breath. And then just finding your own little rhythm. So if that doesn't match, or you want to move a little faster, that's fine. Just be in the rhythm of your breath. It might just be inhale to twist and exhale to release. Let your jaw go. When you exhale, can you open your mouth, whether the breath is coming from the mouth or not? Good. I'm just feeling this, and you're getting some nice back cracks, and ooh, honor that. Good. As you come to the peak of your twist, maybe you draw the belly in a little bit, and you open up the shoulder of the hand that's behind you a little bit. Good. Just being with your breath. And this little flow, creating this circle shape around you, always open and never broken. Yes. Okay, and then we're just going to slow it down. So as you come to one side, the next side you're coming to, stay there for a breath. Release as you exhale, and slowly, so it's a nice long exhalation to the opposite side. And then stay there for a full in and out. And inhale. And as you exhale, come to the center, walk yourself forward again. Forward fold here in this opposite cross of your legs. Offer it like a pranam. So if your forearms come to the floor, you bring your hands together and slide them forward if that works. You know, otherwise it's an offering wherever it is. Good. Okay. Good. And then inhale and bring yourself back upright. Take your hands out to the side. If you need to stretch your legs, do that. Move them around. Good. Okay, I'm going to come back to my original cross, but you know, and I'm going to change it a little bit. This is a different sit where the heels line up. So I have heel to heel and my knees are really wide. If you like that, great. If not, do whatever you need to do here. This is the seat of Shiva, and Shiva is symbolized a lot by the lingam shape, which is that shape of one. So from here, I'm just looking at the shape I'm in right now, and I love this. Like, this is what you see when you write I am, which I was talking about at the beginning. Isn't that interesting? Okay, and then lift your arms up, straight up to the sky. So they might touch, depending on your shoulder stuff. I'm gonna bring my hands down just to show you the mudra. So your hands are together, the back 3 fingers are interlaced, the index fingers are together, and then the thumbs come in. You close the doors of your steeple, and you reach straight up. And even as you're reaching, you know, you feel the shoulders, they come up. Drop yourself down into the earth as you exhale, and inhale, lift up. And your ears, you know, your arms might even be squeezing the sides of your head here. As I'm lifting up, I'm lifting the belly, the sides of the waist, lifting myself up literally right from like where you would pick up your baby. Up, up, up. Feel that up, lift up. Yeah, and then also feel the dropping down of what you're sitting on. Squeeze the arms to the ears. The fingers are wrapped around the outside of the hands, and the hands are even pulling apart. And all of that brings us into integration. Smile. It's not so serious. Realign, realign. And then exhale and release your hands. Create this circling all the way down. And as you touch the earth here, bow your chin. Feel your heart beating as it is. Feel that center point of the heart. Good. Take one more breath here in the presence of all that you are. Good. And then lifting your chin and opening your eyes. All right. So let's take ourselves back into a downward facing dog. Again, this could be maybe a forearm dog for you if your wrists aren't happy. And I'm just going to play a little bit here. Good. So I got my new mat yesterday, you guys, and it's pretty phenomenal, this bee mat. It's really cushy and nice and really sticky, and the colors are awesome. So push the hands away and move into your dog, embody it. See if you can lift your heart space a little bit, drop your head, shake it out. Look at your feet. Notice if the heels are turning in, and just turn them out a little bit. Good. Nice. And then from here, inhale, shift yourself forward, take your knees to the floor, tops of the feet down, shift back into child's pose, drop your head. And you might keep your hands stretched out as far as they are. Good. Nice. And take one more breath in and out. And then we're going to come up to hands and knees. So put a blanket as you need to, tuck your little toes under. And we're just going to come to shifting the hips side to side. And so just do that. And if your knees aren't happy on the floor, you can always put something kind of at the backs of the, or in the middle of the shins. So the knees could be almost like just hanging, if that works. That might feel better. So just shifting your hips side to side. And then once you feel that, we're going to add the head and the shoulders. So as the hips shift over to the right, you turn and you look. And then as they turn to the left, you turn and look. And so we are creating this, not really a figure 8, but you can feel where the midpoint is. Good. And we are going to start to figure 8. So the next time your hips shift to the right, then you're going to sit back a little bit as if you're circling around, and then you're going to circle up. So you find this figure 8 and just drawing that with your body, this infinity sign that is you. Okay, so I have this bolster underneath my shins. It feels really nice. If you're not happy as you are, then throw bolster, blanket there. But just feeling this figure 8ing, and then we're going to reverse it. So you go slow or whatever you need. If your hands and your wrists are sore, you can do this on your forearms. And just really feeling this whole movement of head, of shoulders, of your tush. Good. And then from here, just settling back again into child's pose. And if you're still using that prop there, you can keep it there and just take it back. It's just a modified child's pose. Good. Take one nice big breath in and sigh it out. And we're going to tuck the toes under. So if they aren't, tuck them under. And then walk your hands back and lift your seat up into the sky for your forward fold here. And your hands can rest on your prop or grab your blocks if you need them. Let your head go. Feel free to separate your feet apart. Honor your body, your hips, and then just start to sway the hips side to side. Letting the head move in opposition. Good. Okay, bending your knees as you need to. And then now we're going to start to figure 8 the hips. So the knees will bend in some way. Imagine, you're doing this beautiful hula dance, which is all of this. Moving your hips and your body in tune to the water, the sounds of your breath. And then reverse now and figure 8 in the opposite way. So that might require some thinking, and notice how your feet are moving as your hips move and your knees. Good. We'll just do 2 more, this moving here. And then dropping into the center, releasing yourself down. Hands maybe to the floor, legs, knees can be bent or straight. Good. And then from here, my friends, you're just going to walk your hands forward until you come to your downward facing dog. And then pause here for a full breath in, full breath out. Good. And then you're going to rock yourself forward into your plank. So you shift forward into this linear shape of 1. Anchor your hands. You might bring the legs together or not, it's all fine. And then exhale, take the knees down. Keep the toes tucked under. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Now as you exhale, shift the hips back. You're coming to sit on your toes, maybe with the hands on the floor all the way up. You might bring your hands together at your heart. Breathe here. Keep your chin parallel. Drop your gaze, maybe 8 feet in front of you. Good. We'll take one more breath. Yes. Good. From here, bring your hands down to the floor. You're going to take your right leg and just shoot it out to the side. Yes. And then we're going to inhale, turn the toes up. And exhale, bring the toes back down, and maybe even lift the heel, really rotate the leg. So inhale, open, and exhale. Now feel how your head kind of wants to move with this. As you inhale, you come closer to your foot, and as you lift it up, you might be looking towards the left. And just moving this a few times. Good. And let this be your last one. We're going to end with the toes pointing up. Yes. Okay, from here now, walk your hands over to this leg. Let the foot come down. Yeah, so you might still have something underneath your knees, and I'm just going to rock front to back. Whatever works here. If this is too deep or you need to move your back foot, just turn it more to behind you. That won't put so much torque on your knee. Just moving front to back. Yes. And the next time we come forward here, we're going to have the foot down and you're going to lift the right arm up, and it might just rest on the right thigh and you twist or you reach up, whichever one, you know, it's kind of a little bit restrictive. Breathe either way, and then release. Walk it back, walk your hands back, bring the leg in, take a downward facing dog. And just reach up, or reach back, sorry. And then from here, big toes touch. Lift the same leg, the right leg, up in the sky, and just reach there. You might even look at your left leg on the floor. Bend your right knee, let it open. Yes. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring that right knee down, right like where it was before. Keep the left leg straight. So you're on your hands and one knee with the back leg behind you. Tuck the right toes under, lift the left leg up, and then bend the knee and just take it back, and maybe you can look at your foot there. Maybe not. Good. Okay, bring it back, stretch the left leg out. Yeah, and let's do this. Walk, you know, place the left hand nice and strong, take the right arm out, reach, and then breathe, draw your belly in. And if you want to go deeper, you see, oh, can you reach back and touch that foot? Maybe you can grab it and just press in and open, smile, even in your playfulness, right? And then release, hand down, stretch the leg out. Now walk the hands back as you stretch the leg back, and you're going to keep the right knee on the floor, put the left toes down. So I'm in this, like, you know, little shape here, right? I'm going to keep walking back. So I'm going to wiggle the left foot back. Maybe the left knee's coming down. Keep walking. Oh, look at this. Are we here? Okay, now I'm going to stretch the right leg forward. And breathe. So you fake it till you make it. Left knee down, right leg straight. Here we are. Okay, so take one more breath. Wherever you are here, my friends, you may make it your own. Maybe use your blocks. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to bend the knee, come back. Now I'm in lunge. So the left knee is down. I'm in the middle of my mat. Okay, I'm going to keep the left hand down and reach the right arm up. And just open. Yes, and then maybe you circle it. You take it behind you, down, reach up. You might do that 3 times, so 2 more. Just with this nice circling. Good. Okay, now I'm going to take the hands down. Now I'm going to come up. So first thing I'm going to do, tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee. Yeah, now I'm going to walk my hands forward, jump the left foot in halfway. Hands go forward. Lift the left leg up, balance on your right leg, take it up to the sky. Maybe you bend it, you look at it, If you feel balanced, maybe the right hand comes up off the floor, you grab the foot, then I really push, the eyes are soft, smiling, breathing, opening that left front of the thigh, and then release, both feet down on the floor. Yes, plant your hands, maybe jump your feet back to downward dog or step them back. Take a breath. And then lower your knees to the floor. Give glory in your child's pose. Feel your breath, your heartbeat. What was that? And then just smile into it, because, you know, when we cultivate playfulness, your life will be sweeter and brighter. So moving into that great unknown, which is what we're moving into. Good. Take one more breath in and out. Good. Okay, we're going to come back up to the knees. I'm just going to turn myself. Come back up to your knees. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, shift your hips back, and then walk yourself up. So we sit on the toes again. Whether you love it or hate it, then you know that this is an essential place to be. Opens the feet, maybe the hands at the heart. Smile, breathe. And then we'll inhale, lengthen tall. And as you exhale, bring your hands down and extend your left leg out to the side. Remember this, inhale. And exhale, turn the foot, lift the heel maybe. And you follow it with your head. Your head will naturally start to dance here. It naturally will feel like it wants to turn, or your shoulders turn, look at the foot, and then turn away. Letting your knee bend as it needs to, and if you need to pop that right foot into a better place, let it move as well. Good. Okay, the next time the heel comes down, toes are lifted. You're gonna walk your hands over to this side. Yes, breathe here. Good, and then we're gonna bend the knee. So you just shift yourself forward. Again, move your back knee as you need, back foot as you need to. And then we're just gonna shift front to back. Just opening your hips and being in your own divine flow, modifying, creating a safe and sacred space for your practice. Great, and the next time we come forward with the foot flat, we're gonna stay there. The right hand stays on the floor. The left hand maybe comes to the thigh and we twist, or we reach up. Okay, it is crunchy, but those are the best places to be. These are the places of transformational openings. Take one more breath, and then release, hands down. Shift your hips back and walk your hands forward. Good, and then from here, we're just gonna sweep this leg all the way back. Tuck the toes under. And I don't think we did this on the other side, but I feel it here. Just press, keep the toes tucked under and press your hips back as if you're pushing that right heel to the floor. Oh, when I do that, I can lift the, sorry, it's the left heel. The right knee out, right up off the floor into my chest. Okay, and then come back. Good, and then from here, we're gonna lift the leg up in the air. Good, we're gonna bend the knee and open back. Okay, and then you can stay there, plant the right hand, take the left hand up. Maybe you can grab hold of the foot. Oh, I don't think we did this on the other side either. This is playfulness, right? That's okay. This is different than what we did last time, but here we go. It's all good. Come back, and then keep the leg lifted. Bend the knee. Now take the opposite hand and reach back and open. So you just push in, I'm connecting, hand on the floor, knee, and then release. Just extend the leg, and now extend that right arm out. A little backwards. That's okay. And then the hands come down. Now I'm going to let the foot come down, but I walk the leg back first. So that now my knee is still on the floor. Here I am, and then I'm going to keep going back. I'm going to let the left knee comes down, Then you walk it back until the sole of the right foot is on the floor. Then you can adjust. Yes. Okay, then from here, I'm just gonna straighten this right leg. Okay, and then breathe here. Maybe you need blocks, maybe you need to keep it bent. It's all fine. Breathe. Good. Nice. Okay, and then we're gonna bring the foot down, walk the hands forward until we come into lunge with the knee down. Maybe you have your knee lifted, that's fine. Okay, be here, I'm in the middle of my mat. I'm gonna keep the left hand on the floor. Right hand might come to the knee or it might lift up. Good, breathe. And then we're gonna circle, maybe 3 times, this arm. As you create this, this great circling of yourself, an opening of your heart. Good, and the next time the hand comes down, let it be there. Good. Now tuck your left toes under, lift up into the lunge. Yeah, we're gonna walk the hands forward. You're gonna lift up, straighten the right leg, lift the left leg in the air. Yeah, and then you be there, nice and strong and smiling. Bend the left knee, then the left hand stabilizes. Maybe the right hand just comes off, maybe off the floor, you reach, or you grab your foot and you open. So I'm really pushing foot into hand and wobbling and smiling, experiencing, and then we'll release both feet to the floor, taking your forward fold, breathing. Good. Okay, we're gonna stay here in this forward fold. You might heel toe your feet apart a little bit. You might bend your knees. Just gonna take your hands behind your back and interlace them. You might keep the elbows bent. You might rest the hands right on your back. Lift the shoulders up towards the sky. Move the shoulder blades away from your ears. Drop your head. And then lift your arms up in the air. And if they come apart, that's fine. You just reach your fingers to the sky. But if you can keep the interlace, just redefining that. Shoulders away from the ears. Shoulder blades together. Reach up and over. Tuck your chin. Feel your feet. Breathe. Shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades together, reach up and over. And then release your hands, circle yourself all the way out, hands to the floor. Inhale, just lift your heart, your chin, and exhale, fold. And then walk your hands forward or jump your feet back, come back to your downward facing dog. Breathe. And then bring your knees down and rest in your child's pose. However you need to do that, however you need to place your hands. Breathing into all that you create, all that you have created and released, transformed. Even transforming fear into joy. Fear is a combination of emotions and thoughts. And just feel here in this prostration pose, you can release your heart fears, and it's reminding yourself that you are in a safe place at this moment in time. I am safe. I am grounded. I am connected. Take one more breath here. And as you inhale, come up to your hands and your knees. Tuck your little toes under. And this time so you can even walk your knees apart. We're gonna come up into squat. So we're just gonna walk the hands back to a place where you can lift your knees up off the floor. And the heels might stay on the floor. Your heels might go flat, or you might put a blanket underneath your heels. And then be here in your breath, whatever that is. If you can take your hands up, great. No words for anything though. accepting the opening of your body and being here as you are. Okay, we're going to change this into a twist. So I'm going to take the hands back down. I'm going to move myself forward and then just opening the knees one at a time. Notice if you want to kind of move your feet apart a little bit more. Yes. Okay. Then we come back into our squat, and it could be this, and it might be with the feet down. I'm going to take the right hand to the inside of the right knee, plant it on the floor. So we could do this even forward and lift the left arm up. And then I just open. I'm even opening the left knee out. Oh, I think I said it backwards, but hopefully you got it. And then we'll switch. So opposite hand at knee, and I reach up, open, and then I open that same knee out. And just be here and breathe. Good. And then exhale and release. I'm going to stay here for a breath. Let the pelvic floor drop. Good. And then we'll bring ourselves to sitting. And you can do it like this. I take my hands forward, but weight forward and counterbalance the tush down. And then as you come down, you stretch your legs out. Take a moment to just be here. Feel your breath and let your feet move. Good. Great. Okay. From here now, you might, I'm going to have something to sit on, and you might use it. So I'm just going to put it on the right side. I'm going to take no hands, left legs over to the, or both legs over to the left. Then here, if you feel really like, oh, I'm all squished, then put something underneath your right side of your tush, and that will take you more linear. If you need that, do that. Okay, now take your left foot and turn it so you get the top of the foot more to the floor and the sole of the foot facing up. Okay, now I'm going to take my right hand down. I'm going to take one last thing. This is totally optional, to pop that right ankle over the thigh. And in conventional, this pose comes right up. I can even smooth out the left hip crease and put the edge of the foot there. Make no mistake, this foot is deeply working. You do whatever works. Your right hand is down. I'm going to reach the left arm up and crescent over. And then we're just going to circle 3 times, take it back, down, and circle. And really feel your motion of your ribs, of your heart space. Good. I think I said 3 times, but this feels so good. I'm just going to keep going until I feel we've had enough. Good. And then we'll take this hand down to over to the right side. Feel free to adjust your legs and just walk your hands behind you. Okay, so if you're in this same thing I'm in, you're going to feel that that foot and the outer hip of the left hip are really connecting. Okay, if this gives you knee pain, I hope you're not doing it. Come off and be. Good. And then come back to your center. I'm going to take my hands in front. I'm lifting my legs up in the air, shifting them over. Yeah, and then if you need something, prop it up underneath that left hip. Adjust the right foot as best as you can. And then you're here, left hand down. Maybe you take this up and over. You don't need to keep it the whole time. You can even prop up underneath. Or I lift it up. I use the right hand to smooth out and get it right in there. Okay, here's the next part. If you're doing this with me, I don't know why you would, but if you are, then the next thing, I can see my knees lifting off the floor. If I lift my tush, I bring the knee down, I come back and sit. It's a full different experience. I didn't feel it so much on the other side, so I didn't share that. A billion things to share. So whatever this is, lift up, take the left hand down, reach up and over. Yes, and then breathe in your glory. And as you feel ready, you'll start to circle. And really focusing on not so much what the arm is doing, but how everything else responds to this. The twisting and the turning, like the snake, twisting and turning, coiling and uncoiling, regenerating and transforming. Good. And smiling in your playfulness. Good. And the next time this hand comes down over to the left side, start to walk them around and turn. And if your legs are still in this position, you're anchoring the foot, but if you have any knee pain, please take it off and be here. Good. Nice, and then bringing yourself back to center, and again, no hands. Bring the soles of the feet together, give yourself a little foot rub. Love, yes. Okay, so I was talking about the heart shape yesterday, and I can see this heart shape in so many parts of our bodies. You know, it's there, and here it is in your feet. So if you have the soles of the feet together and you put your fingers right to the ball of the pinky toe, like, so not the pinky toe itself, but below it, and you just trace along the, like right where the toes become foot, and then you follow it down to the heel. Can you feel that heart shape with great love right there in your feet? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Nice. And then we're just going to end with a forward fold before we go into Shavasana. So I'm going to take it in this position. If you want to go cross-legged or legs wide, it's all great. Lengthen yourself, and as you exhale, offer this. Bow down, let your head go. Snuggle in whatever way you can, and feel your breath. Really softening the back of the heart, your jaw. There's this whole, I release myself, I offer myself up. I am open to whatever is being offered to me at this moment, at this time. I am connecting to the flow of my breath. I am connecting to the power of my source center. I have the support of my ancestors, of my loved ones, who have guided the way for me throughout this lifetime and perhaps for some other lifetimes. And it's really allowing the breath to release. Even bringing in that snake sound, you know, as you exhale, you can even do that sizzle and release. And then as you're ready, just walk yourself upright. You might even keep your eyes closed here and stretch your legs out. Move them as you need to. And yes. And then bringing yourself into your rest, Shavasana. If you'd like to sit in meditation with me, then you're very welcome to do that as well. Just bringing yourself into a place where you can just rest in your own stillness. Just feeling that linear shape of you, and the power of what is above and what is below. And then that circling of the zero, as within, as without, you know, that egg shape that surrounds us, the energetic cycles of our lives. And, you know, I'm something like you, I'm nothing like you, I am exactly like you. We all will go through these trials and tribulations at some point in our lives, and share in our grief and our joys. Good. And then feeling that power of the 8, you know, bringing everything together. As to the universe, so the soul. So I have this on my website, I have this on every email I send you. That is the power of 3. So I'll say that again. If you think of the linear shape of the 1, power up and down, as above as below. A tree knows no difference between where its roots lies and where its branches reach to. And then the circle shape of the O, the 0, as within, as without. And then that figure 8, as the universe to the soul, deeply intertwined. The energy of the earth is real, and at this time of the flowers and the butterflies being reborn and reintroduced into our worlds, that is energy. That is the power and potential of a seed, an egg. And that same rising energy is felt within us at this time of spring, this time of rebirth and regeneration and recreation. It is the time of nurturing. So feel here that you have planted the seeds of your desire for good health, for presence, perhaps enlightenment in some form. And you've allowed these seeds now to be watered, to be nurtured, to be nourished in this cyclical energy, cyclical life cycle. And then feeling this connection of the integration of the infinity sign. Even though we planted seeds today, we will do the same tomorrow. We will chop wood, make fire, boil water, attain enlightenment. Repeat. Resting in the stillness of all that you are. Feeling your breath. Watering and nurturing and moving and freeing. Rest in your stillness. At this moment, all is well. However you've chosen to rest, inviting yourself to drop in more deeply, to deeply experience this moment, what is being offered to you, space to surrender, to be, to feel, to integrate, to regenerate, and to transform. And just feeling into this linear direction. If you want to think of the chakra alignment, crown of the head, third eye, base of the throat, heart, solar plexus, water center, and your earth center. And feeling the breath just moving up and down in this linear way. And then transforming that breath into feeling the expansion that occurs when we breathe into our full circumference. The sides of you and the front and the back of you. And everything in between. And the circumference of the circle, which is your torso. The diaphragm is that oval shape pressing out. Just acknowledging too that none of your organs are linear in shape. They all mimic more of a round. The bones, very linear, most of them. And then just integrating all of this. As you inhale, you feel the lightness of your breath, and as you exhale, the heaviness of your density, of your mass, of your muscles, of your organs, of your bones. As if the lightness of you is reaching skyward like the leaves and the branches of a tree. And the density and the mass of you is drawing down, and dropping and releasing to the earth in whatever position you've chosen to be in. And then resting into this awareness, this awakening, for as long as you like. And as you feel ready, it's beginning to invite movements in. If you wish to bring yourself up to seated, knowing you certainly don't have to. Taking your time. However you choose to come out of this practice, if you're joining me in seated, and taking the seat of the yogi who has attained enlightenment in some form, you are not the same person who sat down an hour ago. Things have changed and transformed, and honoring that, what is at this present moment present for you. As you feel ready from here, we just honor that by bringing the palms together. We're going to take them all the way up to the third eye. Rest your forehead on your thumbs, bow down. It's being in the temple of your third eye space that you don't need to know what's coming. And you can be open to what is right now, knowing that whatever is coming down the road, you are ready. You are strong, you are protected by the power of your own power. And then you might keep your head bowed as you exhale. Bring your hands down to your heart. Feel into this space. And as you inhale, grow tall into the linear plane. As you lengthen and exhale, releasing down to the earth. And we'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra. And I'm going to open my hands out as I send this out to each one of you. And we'll inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be healthy and happy. And we'll seal that with one one love together. I'm going to keep my hands like this. You can place them wherever feels right for you. Inhale. And then grab that, take it in, my friends, bring it into your own heart, bow your chin, be here in this knowledge of great presence. And then we'll inhale, and as you exhale, breathe into your hands, catch your breath, lift your chin, open your eyes, and namaste. Love and devotion, there's the figure 8. Love and devotion for every single one of you. I wrap you up in my inner circle. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you for joining me. Yes, you honor me with your presence, and I will see you guys on Thursday night, hopefully. Great love. Here's the figure 8. Remember this. Yes, I see you. Yes, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.